There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart. The weight becomes unbearable. You're tired, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's in these moments, in the silent hours when no one is watching and no one is coming to save you, that your character is truly revealed. Most people wait for the storm to pass. They sit and hope that someone will rescue them, lift the burden, take the pain away. But what if, just what if, you could learn to dance in the rain instead? Pain is not the enemy. Failure is not the enemy. Discomfort is not the enemy. Our real enemy is the story we tell ourselves about what these things mean. We've been taught to associate hardship with punishment, with something gone wrong. But Simon Sinek once said, "Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion." That statement doesn't just apply to work. It applies to life. When you understand your purpose, your why, everything changes, even pain. If this doesn't break you, it will build you. You have to choose how you see the adversity you're facing. You can either see it as the reason you quit or the reason you rise, but you can't have it both ways. The difference between people who succeed and people who remain stuck is not luck, not talent, and not opportunity. It's persistence. It's the ability to keep going when nothing makes sense, to get up one more time than you fell, to trust that the darkness is not the end of the road, but the tunnel on the way to the light. There are no shortcuts. There are no hacks, just the decision to keep showing up, day after day, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to feel strong. You just need to take the next step. Too often, we confuse strength with never bending, never crying, never falling. But real strength is the ability to bend and not break, to feel the pain and still keep moving forward. You're not weak because you're tired. You're not broken because you're struggling. You're human, and being human means you will fall, but it also means you have the capacity to rise. You see, every great story ever told has a moment of darkness, a moment when all seems lost. Heroes aren't born in comfort. They're forged in fire, and right now, that's where you are, in the fire. It burns, it hurts, and it's uncomfortable. But it's reshaping you. It's removing what no longer serves you. It's teaching you the lessons you didn't even know you needed to learn. If this doesn't break you, it will build you. You were not born to live an easy life. You were born to live a meaningful one. Meaning comes from challenge. Purpose comes from struggle. The beauty of life is not found in avoiding hardship, but in growing through it. Think about the moments in your past that shaped you. Were they easy? Probably not, but they taught you something. They molded you into someone stronger, wiser, more compassionate. And that's what this moment is doing for you, even if you can't see it yet. You are becoming something new, something more. But becoming always requires unbecoming. It requires letting go of who you were so you can make room for who you're meant to be. That's not easy, that's terrifying, but it's necessary. If you're feeling lost right now, that's okay. Sometimes being lost is what allows us to discover new parts of ourselves we never knew existed. Sometimes being lost is the first step toward being found. Don't run from the pain. Sit with it, learn from it, let it shape you, but don't let it define you. There will be days when you don't feel like you're making progress. That's normal. Growth isn't linear. Healing isn't a straight line. Some days you'll take 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. But as long as you keep stepping, you're still in the game. You're still moving. Don't measure your progress by how far you have to go. Measure it by how far you've come. Remember who you were a year ago, 5 years ago. You've already survived so much. You've already grown through so much. And you're still here. If this doesn't break you, it will build you. Most people stop when it hurts. But pain is not the signal to stop, it's the signal that you're growing, that you're being stretched, that you're on the edge of something new. It's the body's way of saying, pay attention, something important is happening. When you feel like you're being pulled apart, sometimes it's just life making room for expansion. You're not here by accident. Everything you've experienced, the joy, the heartbreak, the failures, the lessons, has led you to this exact moment, and you have 2 choices. You can crumble or you can rise. You can be bitter or you can be better. You can give up or you can fight. No one can make that choice for you, but you have to make it. Every time you choose to rise, you are proving to the world, and more importantly, to yourself, that you are stronger than your circumstances. that you are more powerful than your pain, that you are capable of creating something beautiful from the broken pieces. Don't wait for someone to give you permission to live your truth. Don't wait for someone to rescue you. You are not a victim of your life, you are the author of it, and today you get to pick up the pen again. It's okay to be afraid. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action in spite of it. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to be brave enough to try, brave enough to take one step, brave enough to keep breathing, brave enough to believe that maybe, just maybe, something good can still come out of all this. Because it can, because it will, because if this doesn't break you, it will build you. Every day you wake up and choose to keep going, you're winning. Every day you show up for yourself, even when it feels pointless, even when no one notices, you're proving something powerful. That you are unbreakable, not because nothing hurts you, but because nothing can stop you. You are becoming unstoppable. You are not what happened to you. You are not your past. You are not your failures, your doubts, your wounds. You are the person who keeps showing up, who keeps trying, who keeps believing in something more. That is who you are. That is who you've always been, and the world needs that version of you. The one who's been through the fire and came out wiser. The one who's felt pain and turned it into purpose. The one who refused to let adversity define them. You may not see it now, but the strength you are building today is going to serve you for the rest of your life. The grit, the resilience, the compassion, it's all being born in this season. One day, you'll look back and realize that this moment, the one you thought would break you, was the exact moment you began to rise, because if this doesn't break you, it will build you, and that's exactly what it's doing. So keep going, keep breathing, keep believing. You're stronger than you think, and you're just getting started. You don't owe the world perfection. You owe it authenticity. You owe it the truth of who you are, flaws and all. And the truth is, you're doing better than you think. So often we compare our behind, the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. We see their success, their smiles, their moments of triumph, and we measure them against our mess, our insecurities, our silent battles. But the truth is, everyone is fighting something, everyone is carrying something they don't talk about, and you, in all your struggle and effort and imperfect progress, are doing something extraordinary. You are choosing not to quit. That might not seem like much, but it's everything. The decision to keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it, is the birthplace of every great transformation. It's not the grand gestures or the sudden breakthroughs that change your life. It's the quiet decisions you make in the dark, the moment you choose to get up again, the moment you speak kindly to yourself, the moment you take a deep breath instead of giving in to panic. These are the moments that shape your future. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Not because I'm saying it, but because deep down you already know it. You feel it in your bones, you feel it in the ache that refuses to go away. That ache isn't weakness. It's the soul's way of reminding you that you're still alive, that you still have more to give, that you still have a story left to write. And the next chapter is waiting, but to write it, you must first close the one you're in. That might mean grieving something you never thought you'd lose. It might mean forgiving someone who never apologized. It might mean letting go of who you thought you had to be so you can become who you really are. None of that is easy. It requires a level of honesty with yourself that most people avoid their entire lives. But you're not most people. You're here reading this, searching, yearning, hoping for something more, and that hope, that spark is sacred. You don't have to know how this ends. You just have to know it's not over yet. Life has a way of surprising us, but only if we stay open, only if we stay curious, only if we're willing to keep moving, even when we don't understand the road ahead. The people who build incredible lives aren't the ones who always knew what they were doing. They're the ones who kept walking through the fog. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. Sometimes the answers come in the doing, not the thinking. Sometimes clarity comes not from waiting, but from acting, from taking one small step towards something that matters. And if you fall, that's okay. Falling isn't failing. It's learning, it's growing, it's refining. You cannot master something without first being a beginner, so allow yourself the grace to begin again and again and again, because if this doesn't break you, it will build you, it will teach you what really matters. It will strip away the noise and the expectations and the pressure and leave you with the truth. You are enough, not when you succeed, not when you prove them wrong, not when you're flawless, right now as you are. You don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to justify your existence. You just have to be willing to live it boldly, bravely, imperfectly. This is where the real growth happens, not in the comfort zone, but on the edge. On the brink, in the places where it hurts, where it's uncertain, where everything feels like too much. That's where you discover your strength. That's where you unlock a version of yourself that you didn't even know existed. A version that is fierce and grounded and full of grit. A version that doesn't need to be rescued because they've already rescued themselves. No one can do this for you, and no one can take it from you either. This growth, this power, this truth, it's yours. You've earned it. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night. It's all part of the becoming. And when you come out the other side, you'll carry a wisdom that cannot be taught, only lived. So let it change you, let it mold you, let it refine you, not define you. You're not the pain you felt. You're not the fear that whispers lies in the dark. You're not the disappointment or the failure or the label someone gave you years ago. You are becoming, you are unfolding, you are transforming, and yes, it's hard, yes, it's exhausting, but that's what makes it real, that's what makes it worth it. You don't need to rush the process, you just need to trust it. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, you just need to keep showing up for yourself. Every time you do, you're reinforcing a new belief that you matter, that your story matters, that you are worthy of fighting for. This isn't about motivation. It's about commitment. Motivation fades, commitment doesn't. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going, purpose pulls you forward, and when you build your life on purpose, you build something that lasts. Something that can't be shaken by failure or rejection or disappointment, because you know why you're doing it, and your why is everything. If you don't know your why yet, that's okay. Keep digging, keep asking, keep living the questions. It will reveal itself in time. But until then, let your why be this, because you refuse to give up on yourself, because you believe that there's more to this life than just surviving, because you know deep down that you were made for more, and you are, so keep going, keep becoming, keep building. If this doesn't break you, it will build you, and it's already begun. You've come a long way. Maybe not in miles, maybe not in visible wins, but in spirit. You've endured, you've grown. You've wrestled with your doubts and still found the strength to keep moving forward. That is something to be proud of, not just today, but every day. You have shown a kind of resilience the world rarely celebrates, the quiet kind, the kind that doesn't show up in headlines or social media posts, but the kind that matters most, the kind that builds character, the kind that shapes legacies, because this moment, this struggle, this climb, this relentless effort to rise when everything inside you wants to fall isn't wasted. Nothing is wasted, not your pain, not your tears, not your mistakes. Everything has led you here, and everything is preparing you for where you're going next. You've become someone the old version of you wouldn't even recognize, someone stronger, someone wiser, someone more compassionate and capable and courageous, and it didn't happen overnight. It happened in every difficult decision, in every moment of doubt that you pushed through, in every time you chose to believe, even when there was no evidence that things would get better. You became your own hero, not the loud, flashy kind, but the quiet one, the one who showed up in the mirror every day and refused to disappear. That matters, that counts. So here's what I want you to remember, now and always. This season will pass. But who you became in the process, that will stay. The lessons, the growth, the grit. That's yours forever, and no one can take that away from you. Life won't always be fair, it won't always be kind, but you get to choose how you respond. You get to decide whether the hard times define you or refine you, whether the fire consumes you or forges you, whether this breaks you or builds you, and you've already chosen. Every breath you've taken, every step you've dared to walk forward, even with trembling legs, has been a declaration. I will not be broken. I will not be beaten. I will not be defeated by this, because if this doesn't break you, it will build you. And it has, and it will. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be, so when the next storm comes, and it will, you'll meet it differently, not with fear, but with knowing, not with panic, but with peace. Because now you understand, Strength was never about the absence of struggle. It was about walking through the fire and realizing the fire lives in you. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you know. And the story isn't over yet, so rise, not because it's easy, not because it's painless, but because you can, because you must, because you already have this. This life, this journey, this battle you've fought and are still fighting. It matters. And when you look back on this moment, you won't see weakness. You'll see the turning point. You'll see the moment you finally understood what you were made of. You'll see the beginning of everything. Because this didn't break you, it built you, and now there's no going back, only forward, always forward.